to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The kickoff for Jacksonville.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
34-yard line.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. The open man is Smith. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Jonnu Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Oh, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back. Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right? That's a zinger.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. 1 yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football. And that really hurts you as an offense.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. Touchdown, Jaguars! Laviska Shenault, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jonathan Allen in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Lambo on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Back to throw now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Chicago.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
With the score, Jaguars 14, Bears 6.
I deserve that. It's time to learn.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First target, first catch, and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Steps away, feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Darius Slayton there to make the grab. And now the Bears are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Here we go, G. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll drop to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 45 yards on the ground.
And the Bears first down.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Rosas' kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the 2nd. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The tackle. Brought down back at the 11-yard line.
So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Albert Rosa set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Taken about 7 yards deep, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Lambo to add on the extra point. It's good, and it's now 21-15.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Bears 15.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The ball carrier.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And now onto the field comes the Jags offense. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. It's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Jaguars 29, Bears 15. John Josh Lambo to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Watch the safety green. Check the hot read. He's coming.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
That's another.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal.
No. Check field. Check. Check 37.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Bears 15.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Let's see what you got. Hey, alert 3. Under 10. Watch the twist. Say.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Bang.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. This to make it a 3-score game late. Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's caught by Smith. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 13. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They go play action here on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
Number 3, the ball carrier.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw is incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Eluding the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Maurice Hurst picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and long. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 44. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
53, Mike. 6-man. Check curls.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 99. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jaguars, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.